Hello, Stitchy friends. I hope you are all well. Thank you for being here with me to take some time, your precious time, to be here with me, to see what I've got to show you, and to listening to me. So another week has gone, and I want to welcome everyone, as I just did. But if you're new one, thank you for giving me a try, and I hope you like what you'll see. And if you're a returner, thank you, thank you. You already know what's going on here at home and with my stitching stuff. So today, as always, I've got my cross stitch to show you. Oh, it's not much this week. I think every week is getting less, but you'll see why I'm so addicted to what's coming after that. That's the new designs. I've got more than the usual this week. Well, I did have a day extra of work because it was a bank holiday. So I spent the day doing some of the patterns that you'll see. Well, some of you have already seen it. If you are on our Facebook group or on my Instagram, you've already seen it. And if you're not, please join us there. On Facebook group, I'll show all the new designs that I'm doing and everyone's progress. Everyone is very welcome to show their progress, and there's already, I think, 3 in there, apart from mine. So I'm very happy, but please, everyone, join there. Even if you have a pattern or if you just want to see how they look stitched and you're curious, please join us there. You're all very welcome. And on Instagram, they've both called SSL Design CO, and SSL means Sophia Stitching Love. Designed CO, it was because Etsy wouldn't accept it without it because it already had someone else called SSL Designs. But on Instagram, I show all the new designs as I'm adding them at Etsy shop. So less cross stitch. I'm really sorry. If you're only here to see the cross stitch, it's going to be very short for you today. But I promise I'm going to try to get better at it. I need to control myself because lately all I want to do is doing new designs. It's like going shopping, you know? It's like if I'm shopping every time that I do a design, I don't like shopping, but I understand what it is all like, you know, the excitement in your brain when you get something new. I think that's what I get every time that I come up with a design that I like. And after that, I'm going to show you a gorgeous cross-stitch kit that I got from Painting Fairy. And somehow this one, it seems a bit similar to one of the designs that I did. Not the same. Mine has to be better, of course. Silly me. And but it's very, very nice. I think as soon as my mom finishes the one that she's doing, she's going to want to start this one. She's already told me so. And then I'm doing sort of a collaboration, is not, but with another FlossTuber. I'm going to have one of her designs. She's also a designer. I'm going to have one of her designs to give you to one of you. So today will be two giveaways. One from me, as usual. You'll have one pattern that someone will win and they can choose from me from all these new ones that I'll be showing you this week. And one from another FlossTuber. So wait to see who she is and keep attention to see how this row will work for her. So maybe 2 lucky winners this week. Then I'm only also going to let you know a little bit of a problem, not something serious, just something, but that I want to stop regarding the requests of my designs. But that's nothing that serious, or just something that I want to bring up. So let's start it. So as I said, only 2 projects. I did stitch 2,423 crosses. Not that much, I know, especially because I had a day off, but I had no stitching that day. So the two projects, one of them is stitch bonds that I'm going to probably add in here. The original picture and probably how it was the previous week. And this is how it's looking now. Look, we can see that column coming up. And it's looking, I'm gonna try, oh, sorry. How gorgeous. Do you like it? I hope you do. I know it's just something small yet, but I really, really like it. I'm enjoying the definition. Maybe you can't see, but like in this column, you would never guess. There's green in there. But when you look at it, it looks brown. So I do like it. I do love it. In this one, I did 503 crosses. And I think this like, let me see if I find a word. This is like, not a celebration, I'm missing the word, to all of us teachers, you know, who doesn't wish to be stitching with a little girl or a little daughter and be showing, you know, the next generation how we stitch and teaching them. That's very, very sweet. That's probably how our grandmas or mothers felt when they were teaching their youngest ones. That was not my case. Well, my mom did teach me some other things. She taught me how to knit some things, and she taught me how to crochet, but not cross stitch or embroidery. She does cross stitch just now after I've started it. I kind of put the addition on her. She's now very addicted to. She actually just had a second surgery to her eyes this last week, and she is kind of bored because she can't stitch at the moment. I can't see anything, like all the closed up things. She said, I'm worried. Am I not going to be able to stitch again? Yes, Mom, you will. You just need to wait, and then they will give you a new prescription for your glasses. But she's very, very bored at the moment. I understand it. I would be as well if I couldn't stitch. So this is my design. I didn't say that. So if you're new here, I'm sorry. This is my design. Both of the ones that I'll be showing you today, they are on my Etsy store. So all the links for the Etsy store, the Facebook, the Instagram will be on the video description. So if you are interested to join any of the things, just go down there and press the link and you'll be directed to there. Okay? And then the other one, it's a new start. I haven't planned to do a new start, but every excuse is a good one to start. So I'm going to tell you how this thing came up. Let me show you first. This is one that I'm hoping that I'll be very proud. It may not say much to any of you, but there's something that I need to tell you. It's very soon. So this is my new one. I'm just going to bring it here. Oh, like that. So, oh, yeah, I've just shaken the table. I'm so sorry. So I can maybe put the picture of how it would look when it's finished in there. And this is the sky. And this is my Portuguese Guardian. One of my designs again. Very nice. I'll be very proud of this one, I hope, when I'm finished. Once I finished, I hope to finish it. Let's just see, I'm going to bring it like this is the blue sky, different shades of blue, and then some stars in there as well. I think it's already looking gorgeous. So the way I'm stitching this, I always stitch in different ways. It's just the mood that I am in that day when I started. So this one at the moment, I'm doing diagonal. So I define my diagonal, and then I select that area on my app. I use Saga normally. And I've decided to start with less amount of stitch in that area. So usually it's like one stitch. And then I progress to higher and higher. And then when I'm doing the last color, that's one that I'm doing at the moment. It's just stitching. I don't even have to look at the up. And then I also like that way because, you know, when we carry the threads at the back, if you leave the bigger one, the one that has more stitches, you know, those threads, they get covered. So I'm going to show you the back. I don't have perfect backs. Oh, so sorry. Sorry, I've just pressed this on the table and everything went shaking. So this is my bag. It's not a perfect one, but it's not as messy as if I leave the ones where I carry the thread the furthest away to the end. So this way they get covered. I like it. Oh, sorry, I'm so shaking. I shouldn't be. Actually, I should bring my table further away from the camera. The problem is my dogs are like sleeping on the floor around me. That's it. That's better. This way I won't shake the table anymore. I'm so sorry. That's it. So Portuguese Guardian. I don't have the details in here with me. I'm not going to be stopping the video like I did last time. It was very boring for you probably because I kept starting and stopping. And have you noticed how quiet it is at the moment? I shouldn't even be talking about that because suddenly everything may just go like flying around. They all sleeping. Like just before I start recording, this was like a chaos. Everyone running after everyone. They are very friendly now with all each other. Well, the smaller dog is more jealous still, but the other one is just have so much fun with Willow. It's been fantastic. But at the moment, everyone is sleeping, so it's peace and quiet. Sometimes it's very tiring, believe me. She's like an hyperactive. That's how you say it. You know, when you children got those problems that they can't stop. You know, they're very active. She looks like a cat like that. Believe me, she's so crazy, so mad. Well, oh, changing subject. What I wanted to tell you about this is that I will be bringing out other guardians. So you've seen one for United States of America. You've seen this the Portuguese one, and one for sure next week, maybe two, who knows. I'm not sure how many I'll bring because I have so many other designs, patterns ready to bring out. Even if this week I brought more than usual, as I said to you, if I'm not stitching, if I'm not at work, I am designing. I found every single second that I have free, I'm designing. So I've got loads of new designs. And it's just, I want to bring them a lot, but I don't have time because then I have to add them on Etsy. Well, they are ready. Most of them, some of them is just a design. Some of them have the pattern ready. But then, as I have to add them on Etsy, then on Instagram, then on my personal Instagram, then on Facebook. Oh, and my daughter keeps telling me, Mom, you need to go on TikTok. And I said, Laura, please, no. I just want to be stitching and designing, and that's it. I don't want to. An idea. Maybe I could do a partnership with her. Not while she's at uni, but she will be next month. She'll be on holidays for the summer. Maybe. That's an idea coming up. Maybe I could ask her to add it on social media and on Etsy for me. Yeah, that would be a big help. She'll ask for a commission. I'm sure she will. But yeah, that's a good idea. So, sorry, going back. There's some other guardians. If there is one that you would like for your country, please ask. I'm more than happy to do patterns that will make you happy to stitch. So next week I'm hoping to bring out the Polish one because I had a girl that we were talking. She wanted to have some patterns that would have meaning for her country, and I've showed her the Polish guardian that I already had prepared, and she said she loved it. So if you're watching, I'm hoping to bring it next week. Then I think it could be a proper time to, I've already showed this. I stitched on this 1970. Oh, but before I'm going to that, let me come back and tell you how I came up to start this one. I wasn't supposed to have new starts. And also the fabric that I like to stitch is out of stock. I've already ordered it quite a while ago. I've already paid for it, but I'm waiting. So I was thinking on starting it on that fabric, but I didn't. I started it on the normal Portuguese Ada. It's an 18 count as well, but you know the holes are smaller, what makes it harder to stitch than the one that I like. If you're new here, just go back to my video, I think the last video, when I talk about the fabric that I really like to stitch on. That's the one that I was using on the previous pattern that you've just seen. So I wasn't supposed to start anything new, but I have all my patterns. I stitch everything at the moment on Saga. And I use Saga, I have it on my tablet, that's what I'm using to record at the moment. But I also, and normally on my iPhone. And that day, I forgot my phone at work. And I didn't want to go back, all the way back to work to pick up my phone. So I couldn't stitch on any of the patterns that I already was stitching. How bad! I was feeling so upset. Oh God, I'm gonna have to go back all the way to work and to all that traffic, not like yours usually at big cities, but to me, after a 12-hour shift, I didn't want to go back. So this brilliant idea came into my head. Why not start a new one then? Yeah, I just need to pick up threads. Well, usually I've got like my baskets of threads and fabric that I have plenty, and then start a new one. So however, that was a really good excuse to have a new one. You know, every excuse is a good one to do a new start. So I've lost count of how many new starts I've got. So what I was actually, oh sorry, shaking. What I was going to leave to the end to talk about regarding the requests of the designs, I'm just going to talk about it now. As I've just mentioned, that this lady requested a few patterns. I love it. I love when you request a pattern to change something on one that already exists or to do a specific one, because I'm not going to go all the way there if you don't know, but go back in the last video. That's how everything started for me. But please, guys, if you do request something from me, pay attention to your messages. Reply back to me, because there's already a few people that requested designs and then they never say anything. I got the patterns ready and they never show up to buy it. So I either figured it out some other way, or I charge it before I started, or I'm open to suggestions. I didn't want to do that. I just want people, please, my time is short. I know I have a lot of excellent, good, happy time while I'm doing this, but I could be doing designs for other people. So please go into your messages, whichever way you talked to me before, and see if I've replied, see if I said anything, because it's not one, it's not two, it's not three, it's more that I've already requested patterns and then they don't say anything else when they're ready. I send them a message saying, oh look, your pattern is ready, should we finish it, the transaction? And there's no reply. Okay, so let's just leave it like that, and please just go into your messages, okay, and let's finish the transaction. But if you don't want it, it's okay, just don't ask me. Okay, that's it. Going now into the nice stuff. So I've only stitched these two, as I said, but I have 10 new designs to show. Oh, before that, no, now it's time to draw the winner from last week. The winner from the week before seemed very happy to receive a pattern. I hope that you enjoy it. I don't know if you started or not. I hope that you have a nice time. It's been a week since I gave it away, but I'm sure she picked up the ones with the cats, with like Willow, and it was fun at the beach. I'm sure that's the one she picked up. Oh, sorry, I hope I'm not being wrong. Now, out of curiosity, the pattern that I've sold the most up to today, I don't know if you curious about that or not, is the first one, the mermaid, the deep sea mermaid, is the one that sold the most up to today. At the moment, there is one that everyone seems to be, well, not everyone, there may be people that don't, but a lot of people mention that they really love it. And I will talk a little bit in a bit about it also. Oh, sorry, one thing at a time. So let's pick up the new winner. So I've already uploaded the file, my video. I've already wrote that the word is cat. You need to be subscribed and give at least one like. Well, you can only give one like to each video, but don't know how this works. It'll be only one winner and no backups. So let's just start our drawing. Let's see if I can put this in a way. Let's see that you can see it, and let's try it. And good luck to everyone that tried. And the winner is Bernice Hensley, 3007. I'm sorry if I'm not saying it correctly. And you said we have a beautiful black and white cat that is definitely part of the family. Love your stitching. Oh, I know what you mean when they're part of our family. Mine are too. Little Willow is just been like a baby, a naughty baby. She just does naughty things. But the other ones have only been like kids to all of us, me, my daughter, and my parents. So Bernice Hensley 3007. I've got an option here to go to the channel. So let's see if you have a picture. No, you don't. It's just like that. So congratulations. I'm curious to know which pattern you're going to pick up, because you may have a hard time this week to choose. You don't have 5 or 6, you will actually have 10 to choose from. Let me just write, sorry, just give me a second. I need to write this down. Well, I'll take a print and then I'll write it down, because my head is not the same. I bought some, today I even thought I did something so silly at work, then I thought, oh my God, my brain is just like the fish brains. You know, they say they last just 1 second. Well, the memories, well, mine is like that at the moment. So let's have a look at the designs. I'm going to be looking here at the side because I've got my PC with all the pictures in here. So the first one that you're going to see is the one that seems to be doing great at the moment. I think this is going to be a success. And this is Paris in Bloom. Oh, I love this design. I find it so, so sweet. But my friends, believe me when I say there's so many details in this picture that it will be a bit harder to stitch. If you are the kind of person that likes color block, you're not going to find any here. None at all. I'm just looking at the picture. There will be no way. This is going to be, if you like detail, if you like color change, then it's good for you. And in any of my designs, as I was saying, requests, if you want a bigger size to have even better detail, or smaller, it's up to you. Just ask me and I will do it for you. Now, always look at mock-up to see if you like it, or if you want it to see even better. I don't have like a specific size that I do the designs. I always try, I do an attempt of what I think the size could be, like 2 or 3 different sizes. That's what I do normally at every pattern. So it does take some time. I like to do 2 or 3 and compare them slowly and see which one I'm more inclined to like to stitch it myself. Then I pick up one. And then I go to the number of colors. I try like adding some more, taking some out, and sometimes I even have to change like details. Like today I was doing a pattern, and I had some of the shadow in black, and then I had to change all that to go in stitch by stitch. The ones that I decided to leave in black, so the ones I decided to change. So as you can see, sometimes it is a bit of work. That's the reason why I ask you, don't make me to do all that and then not replying to the message. Sorry, I'm not talking about that again. Hopefully, let's see if my memory doesn't let me out. So, Paris in Bloom. Now, it seems that you quite a lot of you liked this design. I love it. I have to contain myself at the moment not to start it. So I decided to challenge myself. I'm looking at my eyebrow. It looks like if I got a cut in here. Sorry, guys. It's just making me feel weird. You know, I've got customers that ask me to do like cuts in their eyebrows, and I was looking like, oh, I got one. Sorry, going back. I find them so nice, and this just makes me think of spring. Yeah, spring in Paris. So I thought, why not give her, what should you call her? Ailey? I'm sorry if there's anyone called Ailey and doesn't like it. Well, let me just write down Ailey. Ailey decided to go traveling. So in spring, so she took a year to do some trips. In spring, she went to Paris. That's how we come up with that picture. Paris in Bloom. Then she went on traveling to other cities in other seasons. She's been away in autumn, in winter, and in summer. But guys, you're gonna have to watch next week's video to find out where she's been. And believe me, they look gorgeous. I don't know if they will come up, all of them out next week. Maybe not. If you like them, I'm gonna make you suffer. I'm gonna make you having to watch the videos. So maybe I will bring one a week. So next week, well, you can choose. How can I do that? Because I record usually my videos on Tuesday. Today is actually Wednesday. It will only come out on Friday because I have to have time to do the edition. So I'm going to make you a challenge. You're going to have 3 words at your comments today. You're going to have one for which season you would like to see, and the one that gets more votes, it will be the next week one. So you either say winter, summer, or autumn. Then you're going to have the word for the draw for a winner, one of these patterns. And there is a third one that I just mentioned at the beginning, but I will tell you very soon at the end when I finish to show you my designs. Now, I should be showing you the details of this one, shouldn't I? Let's see if I've got them. Hold on 2 seconds. Sorry. Am I able to see them here? I am on my PC. And I don't really, I have them here, sorry. Well, at least for this one. This one is 450 by 630, and it uses 228 DMC colors. Quite a bit, I know, but it makes it worth it. So the next one, this was a request from another stitcher, and it's called Tender Guidance. Oh, sorry, Bambi. Willow just woke up, and you see, all the quiet, peaceful moments are gonna go away in a moment. She's gonna meow until she gets what she wants. I don't know what she wants, maybe food. She's always eating. I'm just gonna stop maybe she'll stop. Let's see. She's either gonna go into the food or climbing through my legs. We'll see. So, Tender Guidance. This was requested by a friend. This is so tender, so sweet. And this is a 400 by 625 with 119 colors, because there's like more simple. The confusion was easier. It was Willow that was climbing through my legs. Here she is. Say hi. Oh, another table is shaking because Louis wants to be here too. He wants to say hi. Hi, Louis. Do you want to come up? Anna, no, he doesn't want. He just wants to see what's happening while Willow is in here. Anna, sorry. So, here he is. But he's not interested. Oh, they are so jealous now. Well, here we are, the full family again. Well, John, Laura, music. Hi, Willow. Yes, everyone is jealous of everyone. Okay, better now? We can go on the floor now? Hello from everyone here at home, right? Sorry for this confusion. I told you, it's been all week like this. And now Willow is on top. Let me see if oh, no. She's just messing everything on the table. Let's see if she doesn't go onto the PC. So as I was telling, I think I said everything about this pattern. There will be some more religious ones coming out. That's a subject that if you've been following me, you know that I love to. Next one. Oh, this is so sweet. Oh, hold on, sorry. This one is so sweet. I like them all, because otherwise I wouldn't be making them, would I? And this is called Tenderness. And I love horses. And I love those kinds of hairs. Oh, talking about hair. Look, my hair, I know you're going to find this weird if you're new in here, but my hair is being falling like crazy and everyone's being kind on their wishes, but you can't see it now, but my hair is starting to grow. That's really good news. But it's growing freezed. My hair is like straight, usually like a Chinese. And now I don't have to do anything to my hair. I just wash it and I blow dry like my head facing down. That's all I have to do. And it always goes very straight. And now it's coming freezing. Freeze. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. And most of it is coming out white. So canes, I think that's how you say it, yeah? Going back to the pattern, sorry, to the designs. Tenderness. I love that kind of hair, that kind of dress, that kind of background, horses, animal. Oh, this picture has a little bit of everything that I love. Flowers, horses, dress, hair, background. You know, the light, the warming light, you know, the chandelier. I don't know if that's how you say it. That is in the little corner there. It's a bit of everything. Ooh, Willow is just on top of my PC, sorry. So no. She's just jumped on another chair and then everyone goes crazy. So next one that I also came up with is another very sweet. I love this kind of background too, and the dresses again. These dresses, I know I'm gonna keep saying that about my patterns, but this kind of tree and this kind of dresses, they're not easy to stitch, but they're worth it. Believe me. If you see, I will have to bring it next week, hopefully. My main project, you know, Mother's Love. You see all that lace there is very hard to stitch, but it's looking so nice. I've got it here in my hallway, standing up, and every time that I pass by it, I keep staring at it because I really like it. So Whispers Along the Water. And I've got those swans as well that I like, and it's sweet, isn't it? It's a couple and whispers along the water. It's really nice. It's very sweet. I really love it. I think if you like someone mentioned to me, I like, how do you call it, periodic historical things. I love it. I'm sure I lived another life back there and I was rich and I had my hair up like that and my dress is like that, and so If it wasn't life, it's a wish. This one is 450 by 630 and 137 DMC colors. It deserves every stitch, this picture, I think. The next one, it's kind of a similar. You know, when I stitch, when I was buying patterns, I always like to do them as a pair, you know, like if, as you normally say, like a companion piece. So that's why you probably have noticed that not in all of them, but in a lot of them, I do two similar ones. Sometimes I do that because I like it. So again, this one's, well, let's pretend that it's the same garden, okay? And the same couple, maybe not in the same day. And the other one was like a daylight, and now this is, how do you say this? Down? Like when the sun comes down, at dawn? Not sure how you say that, but I think you know what I mean. When the lights start to come up, but it's still not dark. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep looking there. You probably have it in here or in here, I'm not sure. But I have it here on the side. Maybe I could actually bring this more into the middle. It won't look as weird, right? And then this couple, you know, having this lovely music, this very romantic scenery. Who wouldn't wish? Who doesn't wish that life was perfect as this picture? Yeah. So let's stitch nice things, isn't it? And the size of this one is 450 by 629 and 145 DMC colors. I know that if you've been into my Etsy, Instagram, or Facebook, you've already seen all these designs. It's not new for you, is it? But I have to show them here. Maybe next time I could do it the other way around, but then when they finished, well, this week I didn't add them all in there, but usually I just want to add them, but maybe I will have to do something like that to change this way around, to be a surprise to everyone. But I hope it's not boring. But I'm already leaving you some clues. You know, there will be on every video probably a guardian, and for now Ailey will be traveling, okay? So, oh, this one is stunning as well, isn't it? I like all of them. If I didn't like them, I wouldn't design them. But quite a lot of people seem to be enjoying this one too. I'm having a very good feedback at this one. You know, the back, the lady, she looks stunning. The wolf, you know, this power thing. It's really nice. The wolf maker's path. This one is 400 and smaller dog, Bambi. He just keeps making that noise. I don't know how you say it in English. Oh, she's biting. Now that's something that she likes as well. She keeps on biting me. Oh, now she's licking, you know, like, no, I don't bite. Yes, she does. Look, she's biting. See? She keeps doing that. And you know, when I'm stitching, I have one of these chairs, you know, gaming chairs, and I stitched in it. And she climbs onto my back. And that is okay if she goes to sleep. Sometimes she does. And then she suddenly wakes up and she starts to bite my hair. And I'm always thinking, I've already got just a little bit of hair, and if she keeps biting, and someday I will just have like another drop on the floor of hair. And then if I kind of pat her saying, no, don't do that, she comes onto my ear. Can you believe it? She bites me on my neck, she bites me on my ear. She's just doing that all the time. She's silly, very silly. Maybe I need to change the wolf for a cat in the walk, because she's actually more scarier than that wolf, because she keeps biting all the time. Hopefully I won't be screaming in a second. So I think you do like this pattern from the feedback I'm getting from you. I do love it. Another one. Oh, there she is biting. Another one that I love, Moonwood Sanctuary. Like I had to come up with two pieces with wolves. See what I meant? They're not really like companion, but when I did one with a wolf, I couldn't do just the one. I had to do another one. And all these screens, all the middle of the woods, I really like it. This one is 450 by 656 with 210 different colors. Because you see, the design got loads of different colors. You've got one kind of color for the wolf, then you've got all these different greens that you need for her dress, for the trees, then you got yellows for the birds and blues and orange for the butterflies. There's loads of all these different colors. And if you don't want, to have a flower with just like a block color, you want like the definition of the shades, we need to have more colors. Sorry if I'm doing all the explanation, but that's the way that I like it. You can you imagine how many shades of golds and browns we need to do this hair properly? We could have it just like a block, but oh well. We all have different tastes. I hope you like mine. Otherwise, you need to choose another designer. Sorry, you naughty girl. That hurt. And now, how colorful. We come from a pattern that is all green, now into this one full of color. Katrina of the Midnight Garden. She does seem to have a garden in her head. And she's full of these Mexican colors. I love it. I love it. Not I like it. I love it. I love her hair, powerful, dark, waved hair. And then you got all this background that it reminds her I don't know if that's how you say it in English, but we say in Portuguese, the Night of the Dead. That's the place that I would like to go for a trip one day. I had one of my customers this year that this past year, he went there for that day and he had a lot of fun. He said it was really nice. He's like a very serious person, this businessman, very serious. And then he shows me some of his pictures with his face all white. And I'm like, oh, you did that? You left people painting your face? And he just looks at me and says, yes, why not? It was so fun. And I was like, oh my God. And then he was telling me all about the things he did that night, and it seemed a really nice festivity. So one day, maybe. I'm not a really big traveler. I like quiet peace. I'm very, very, very lucky of the place where I live. My house is placed not in the middle of the woods, but how am I going to explain? Is a town, and I'm just at the end of the town, and I got this big piece of land around my house. Well, not big like for you, but for us here, it's big enough. And my house, here in Portugal, all the houses are usually like facing the street, very close to the street. And because I'm the last one on my road, they let me to have the house further away from the street. So all around the house, I've got land like garden and vegetable gardens at the back, and I've got a field of how do you call it? They're pine trees, but they're not the wild ones. They are the ones that give us the pines. How do you say, the seeds? I don't know, the seeds from the pines, the ones that are very rich in magnesium. I've got a field full of them. It's really lovely. I love it. I'm very lucky of the place where I live. I worked very, very hard to be able to have it. And I'm lucky to have my dad's help for now to taking care of it. I don't know when my dad won't be capable of doing it anymore. And I know there won't be probably many, many more years he is capable of helping me. I don't know how he'll do it, because there's not many people around here now that likes to work the land. So we'll see. I've had some sheep before. I may have to get them again to be able to keep all the weeds and all that, all those fields controlled. but that's a problem for the future. Going back to Katrina of Midnight, you see my head, I keep getting out of the subject. It's a really colorful, nice design. I know that it's not for everyone's taste, but some people like it. And this is 450 by 629 with 227 DMC colors. Stunning bright colors, this one. If you don't like bright, this is for you. Then there's a sweet one, Wildflower Reverie. How can we not like that? I don't know why this year I'm into pinks. I'm usually more a yellow, and there's yellow there as you can see. But this year, for summer, I'm feeling like blues. There's something a color that usually I don't pick. But I don't know why I'm getting there this year. But the color, my color for this year, don't ask me why, but it has to be pink. I could put pink everywhere in my life at the moment. Don't know. Don't ask. But she's gorgeous. You know, her sweet face, her sweet smile, and all these gorgeous flowers. How nice it will be stitchy, you know, and see this flower coming up. Gorgeous, isn't it? Well, I hope you think the same as me. I love it. And this sweet thing is called, as I said, Wildflower Reverie, and it's 450 by 629, and it's 229 DMC colors. And it's not the last one. We still got one more, and it's this little one here, this gorgeous. Some of you are really liking it. You know, I like it. I love it. I decided to do a smaller because some of you were not complaining but saying, wow, your patterns are really big. They will take a lot of time to stitch. So I decided to do this a smaller one. But I thought that maybe not many of you would enjoy it, but I was wrong. I thought, maybe it will be just me and not many other people, but I was wrong, and that was so good. You know, that kind of surprises. Sometimes when I think, oh, this pattern, I really like it, but I don't think it's going to do that well. And then I get surprised, and I'm like, oh, good, beautiful. That's good. Other people like the same things that I do. So I really find it sweet. This is 529, and it only has 162 colors. I say only because you don't know why I use more threads, more colors. And that's my new patterns. If you counted, they should be 10, if I'm not wrong. So I'm really proud of them. I hope that you really like them. And if you would like to see them stitch, or if you would like to show us what you're stitching, if you pick up one of them, please join us on Facebook and show us what you're stitching. Then I was going to leave this to the end, but I'm going to change it just because Willow is here and I don't want to put it down yet. But to the last, to what I'm going to show you at the last, that is a kit from Painting Fairy. She will have to go because I will need my both hands. But let's talk about the collaboration with another FlossTuber. She's also another designer, and she's Erica. She is from Pink Pine Patterns on Etsy and on Instagram. You can see both of them, and she has a FlossTube, and I just forgot the name of her FlossTube, so I'm just gonna pause. I'm really sorry because I need to look that up. So Erica's FlossTube is called Stitchy Race Pieces. I will leave her FlossTube linked on my video description, and I will also leave her Etsy shop. Now, Erica was kind enough. She came with the idea of we doing a swap of patterns, and she gave me permission to give you one of her patterns. So if you're interested, her patterns are a little bit smaller than mine. So if you're someone that doesn't only like big patterns, or doesn't like big patterns, only like smaller ones, please go into her Etsy shop. Have a look at what she's got there. If there's anything that you would like, you'd be interested, Oh, there's some of the patterns that are not included on this giveaway are the ones designed by Chuck Pinson. I think that's how you say it. I'll write it down here because she has a contract with him and she cannot give his patterns, his designs away. So you would have to pick one of the other ones. So if you like any of them, go there, have a look. If you like any of them, just come back here and in your comment, write down the word pink, as she's Pink Pine Patterns. I'm writing down the word. That will be something easy. So that's the third word that you need to add in the comments. You need to say which season you would like to come to see next week, which pattern, which season pattern you'd like to see Ailey traveling to, and you need to mention a word for my giveaway. Let's make it Paris because of that pattern that is doing very well, where actually Ailey is traveling to. And you need to mention pink. I don't know, maybe this summer I would like to see all the beautiful pink flowers in Paris. Don't know. Just come up with something. I'm sure you'll find out. Just write the words. They will be fine. It's more enjoyable. I love the way that you always got so much imagination. But whichever way you do it, it will be fine. But please be subscribe. Please give it a like. I don't think there is much to ask in exchange to one pattern, is it? It's just your way of contribution to me. There is Willow going, and she's really hurting me. This silly girl. There she goes. That's where she goes when I'm stitching usually. But now I'm not laying into the chair. She just normally stays at the back and sleeps there, and bites there, and scratches there. And she does everything in there. Come on. So, please don't forget to go to Erica's FlossTube and to her Etsy store. And are you ready to see this lovely, lovely kit that I've got from Painty Fairy? You know that sometimes I like the ones they send me, sometimes I don't like as much. But this time I was the one to pick, to choose the one that I wanted. And it's a Paris one. It's not as gorgeous as mine, but it's a very, very nice one. So I've taken everything out of the box. So for everyone that is using headphones, it wouldn't be as bad. So as always, they send us 2 leaflets. One that says how to take care of our kids, and the other one where it explains how well treat is their threads and how good they are and how they choose and how they treat their production system. It's very, very good threads. And they've also sent me a sample, and this is 995. They are very good, very, very good quality of threads. Very similar. You probably will not notice any difference from the DMC ones. Just more affordable. I have to be honest regarding everything. The way I like things. I'm finding Painty Fairy to becoming a little bit more expensive than they were at the beginning. Willow is just doing something naughty. Let's see how far she goes. But they're still very worth it. And for the thread, as I said to you, with the price of one skein of DMC here, I can buy nearly 12 skeins of Painting Fairy. But some of the things, the kits, I think they're getting a bit more expensive than they were at the beginning. But they're still worth it. At least some of them, I think. So, do you want to see the one that I picked? It's this gorgeous one. Oh, sorry. And it's called Romantic Paris, Ailey. Sorry for the noise, that is Willow. As you can imagine, she's playing with something around. I hope it's not too much noise. So I'm gonna try to be a bit faster. Now, this has some gorgeous colors. This has, I've already looked into it, but I didn't memorize, 104 colors, different colors. And they have some solids and some combined colors. They're very nice. Their patterns are very easy to read, either in the paper or in the fabric. You can see here. Oh, it's not focusing. Maybe better. Very good. Very easy to read, and they come very well packaged. You know, it comes in a box, then this comes inside of this little wallet. Everything comes very well. They always send us these kits. I'm sure if you've seen them before. With every parcel they send these brilliant needles. I really like that. If you haven't tried them, I would invite you to. They're size 26. This is a pack of, it doesn't say here, 8 needles, and it has this, oh, I just dropped one on the floor, this parking holder. Sorry, big confusion, that was because I dropped this on the floor. Then there's 3 of them. Then there's these thimbles that I never know how to use, and there's these very good scissors that come in the kits every time. I really like it. So like that's a little gift that they send us. I think just this is worth the price when we pay for the shipping. But if you spend, I think it's over than $50, you don't have to pay for the shipping. Now my favorite from the kits, as you probably already know, are the threads. As I was saying to you, I really like the threads. And they are always in this plastic, not always. If the kit is big, it comes in these plastic holders. If it's smaller, it will come in a card one. But I do love so much the threads. And this one comes with 4 organizers. They are really nice. Something that I noticed is, like in my patterns, they've already used now a lot of the new numbers. So in this one, you've got 1 to 9 of all the new threads. Guys, give them a try to the threads if you haven't yet. Their threads and their frames. I keep repeating this, I'm sorry for the noise, every single video, but they're very good. Also, if you like stamped kits, you probably won't find a better stamped than this one. It's very good. It's very precise, very easy to see. I really like. And the smell of their kits is wonderful. They usually put these little sachets. I just had one here. These little smelly sachets. I just wish that you could smell it. This is so good, guys. So when you bring it up, I'm sorry if I'm sniffing, but oh, this is just nice. Let me open the pattern. So, or the fabric. So this is the other way around, and this pattern is 323 by 400. And I've ordered this one in 14 count. Yes, I've ordered for my mom, so she usually stitches on 14 count. That's her favorite count, and that's really good. You can actually see the Eiffel Tower in there. It's very good quality. I do recommend. And they're a bit stiff at the beginning. If you're using their frames, it doesn't matter if it's stiff or not. But if you like hoops, it will be a bit harder. You need to like squash all the fabric to make it then softer. And I think that's everything that I've got to tell you about. Just reminding, if you want to try anything from Painting Fairy, please use my collaboration link. I will leave it in the description, or use the coupon. You will have a 5% discount. I know it's not much, but it's better than nothing. And you also helping me. I don't get any money out of it. What I get is the opportunity to try new products. I'm actually trying to get some new frames. That's so it gives you an idea how much I like them. I'm still not being able to request them because they're not being answering to my emails. Don't know why. There must be something going on. Maybe they're busy. Let's see. I can't wait to have more frames like with all these new starts. But they're very good. Frames and threads, the best. And that's it, my friends. That's everything that I've got to tell you, to show you. I thought this was going to be shorter because I'm only stitching 2 projects. And I'm sorry for all the noise that we've got now. Willow won't stop, and the dogs are on the floor just like looking at her. She's having this much fun in there. But she's gorgeous. She's a very sweet addition to the family. Guys, I'm not taking longer. Thank you very much for taking the time to be here with me. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked my new designs. And please leave a comment to tell me the words that you need to say. And I will see you next week. Take care of yourselves and of your loved ones. And you all are friends to me now. Bye. Take care.